I'm finishing up with this car. Just wanted to recoup what was done, and basically I'm gonna call up to have this car picked up. Okay, I had the previous video about small little things that I see wrong with it, and like I said, this wear here, scratching, comes from the windshield washer pipes. But other than that, the throttle body is basically what I had to do here. I did remove the throttle, took it on the bench inside, opened it all the way up. The code came for potentiometer R1, and I did find some abnormalities inside the throttle body, so all of that is corrected. Throttle body put back on. The gasket that was there, silicone, was removed. This is old gasket here. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So I also had to run threads with the with the die here, because threads were totally blocked off. Not a good thing either. I also run the actual bolts through the die just to clean up threads on actual bolts that hold throttle body to intake manifold. And then obviously I vacuumed everything, whatever fell in, and reinstalled the throttle body. A little bit of grease on clamps that hold the rubber boot underneath the mass airflow sensor, and that is that. Another thing that I did is I did reroute crankshaft position sensor, because it was replaced. It seems to be a replacement part, but it's been replaced years ago. So it's just that the wire was just like laying here, so I just attached it there, and here is just laying here, and reattached it down under, because you don't want it to be hanging around. Crankshaft signal is important. New hose that go to PCV system is also installed. The bracket was missing, so I had to put the clamp on it, the regular metal clamp. A little bit of grease on the actual circle attachment at the throttle body linkage, and a little bit of grease on the throttle cable end point there. Throttle body wire just passes over, so that's fine. Again, this is 2009 built throttle body, so it has good cables. I twist and turn the wires just to make sure that the wires are not at fault, and it appears not to be so. And that's about it. These things I put back where the zip tie is. This is how it came. So they were just laying there, zip tie was there, I just pushed them. Not the greatest point, but it is what it is. Again, grommet there for ABS pump is missing. Okay, these things probably can be secured a little better, or even go LED nowadays. It's just there are no transformers, no igniters, no nothing, just LEDs. Now that's about all. The battery situation is still unresolved. Let's see if the engine will start with my battery. In previous videos I showed that I checked the drain. This is my battery. It's still, I mean, it's old, it's 2013 I believe, so it's a very old battery. It's very weak. But the battery that was in the vehicle built in 2019 just completely dies out in one day. So obviously something wrong with that battery, that's for sure. The holder for the battery is still here. That's great, because I'll reinstall the old battery and take mine out. Alright, so but for now, I just wanted to start the car and make it roll. I'll just do it at the very last moment when car is going to be taken away. So the jump pack is connected. I'm still keeping my old battery, because it's better than this one, because I have a feeling this one shorts, so we don't want to have shorts. My battery is just not holding charge, it's not shorting. So that's the thing with why I'm using the battery. That's not ideal, but still. Let's take a look. SRS bulb is out. Light out indication bulb is also out. Just to say. Okay, so it started, but it's misfiring. It's misfiring. Now it's clearing. Oh boy. Look at all the smoke that came out. What is this about? Okay, well, that is something new. I haven't sprayed anything in the engine, so that's something new. It's probably misfire, that's why. Probably no ignition in one of the fuel goes in. Yeah, it smells fuel. Just wait until it clears. Idle speed is a little bit on the higher end. I do not like that. And correcting. Floating idle is not good. Let's try to go in gear. Idle speed had been corrected. Now idle speed is okay. Before replacing the module, I decided to put air cleaner on because when the engine is running, idle fluctuation can also come from mass airflow sensor, because auxiliary fan constantly runs. Any airflow around the sensor will float the idle. So let's just start the car and let it run. We also will clear codes while at it. Now I reinstalled control module, original one that came with the vehicle, back into the vehicle, and then we're going to erase the code that was stored in that module. The one that I just pulled out, the one that was replacement just for test purposes, that thing came with code that the module in itself is bad. This one comes with potentiometer value, and again this one has floating idle speed, so I don't like that a bit. Okay, back in the car here with AC running, 630 RPM, pretty much in line with the other module. Let's take a look at our values. Same pretty much here. Okay, idle speed switch on the gas pedal is visible, it's recognized, along with micro switches inside the throttle body in itself. I'm holding the brake now. Let go of the brake. That is visible. Neutral safety switch is also seems to be visible. Bushings to be done regardless, because oh yeah, that one actually failed for a quick second. Yep. See, when I go to park, neutral safety selector switch is just goes to fail and then park. So contact points shouldn't be a big problem though. Like, you know, if it's bad. So that wiper relay, I secured it back, put the grommet back up. So the grommet is sealing the area where the wiper mechanism is. Covers are back on, everything's back on. You know, the oil leaks, we know about those. It's about that. License plate, I put in, you know, I put in an extra bolt in it because it was just loose. Alright, so that is done. So that's about it. Oh yes, one more thing, last thing. All these fuses are aluminum fuses. They all have to be replaced for copper fuses because they're already oxidizing, as you can see, terrible. These are a little better. but still you don't want these, you want copper fuses. Just a set to buy. Sometimes you got issues with instrument cluster, you know, it's just because of all these fuses, and probably the cover to go back up there, although the damage has been done, but still. That's it. The car is buttoned up for the time being, and we're good to go.